In your wickedness, you have broken the ancient commandments and crafted a bond with one of the light. Our laws are clear. They demand you be eternally imprisoned. As for the impure child, she must be kept from the path of the dark arts forever.
Rise, my child. Rise to realize your true potential. Unleash your power and awaken the eyes of the world.
Hi everyone, this is WhiteHawke, and today I'll be playing Bayonetta. Actually, I've been playing Bayonetta for quite a while now. I was just playing it, trying to complete everything, but I realized since I was playing it so much, I figured I'd just show myself playing the game on Nonstop Infinite Climax, which is I believe it is the hardest difficulty. I'm not sure if there's actually another difficulty that I haven't unlocked yet. If there is, then it shouldn't be that much harder. But a word of warning, this isn't my first time actually playing this. I've played this quite a lot, over 60 hours in fact. So this is not a blind playthrough. Another thing is that I won't be going through 100% of the content here because for one, I've already unlocked most of it, and two, well, since I've already unlocked most of it, it would be difficult for me to show where the content is, unless I started a new game. But if I start a new game, it has to be at normal difficulty, and normal difficulty really isn't all that hard. One more thing before I begin. This is an M-rated game. There's lots of pseudo-nudity in this. There's also the game being infamous for having its pseudo-nudity concerning its main character. So if you're under the age of 18 or whatever the legal age for being an adult in your country is, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Oh, and since I won't be censoring the characters speaking in the cutscenes, they'll be swearing quite often. I won't be fucking censoring myself either. Now let's go ahead and watch the intro. The cutscenes are pretty long at the beginning. Well, I suppose I can speak over this cutscene, because it is like the game is introducing itself to you, and it's also a fairly iconic intro, because you're in a falling clock tower, well, a piece of a clock tower, and you're fighting angels, and, well, you're invincible, but it is the intro, so the game is being fairly generous with you. Like, I just got hit right there, it doesn't matter. You got infinity health. Then again, I am playing on Nonstop Infinite Climax, so I am wondering if the different settings of the effect of Nonstop Infinite Climax are in effect here. Because in Nonstop Infinite Climax, you cannot activate Witch Time, although I suppose I'll explain that later. And I'm talking over the guy speaking right now, introducing stuff, but it's hard to hear him even with the subtitles. It's also not exactly what you call the best voice acting in the game. The voice acting is actually, for the most part, not that bad, but the voice editing had needed a bit of more work, to be honest. Because there's some instances where the music and sound effects are clearly louder than the voices, so it's hard to hear them.
The once harmonious clans fell into disagreement and stoked the flames of
Not playing extremely well right now. Largely because I don't actually like the handguns that much.
the conflict.
I'm not very much used to them.
And the Lumen threw all of Europe into a chaotic
Even though you have to start with them at the beginning.
ambush, assassination, and casualty. It was truly a gruesome.
Pretty sure you don't even have to attack a single enemy, by the way. You can just dodge continuously, and eventually this play thing will be over.
Gradually weakened by the assault of the secretive Dark Witches. Years after the balance was lost, the war had ended.
And also, this is definitely on Nonstop Infinite Climax difficulty. Because the enemies are attacking faster than they would in the easier difficulties. Back with my friend, that I will not name just yet. Actually, Bayonetta will name her when the scene ends, but you know, I'm trying to keep the thing surprising, even though it won't be very soon. Oh yeah, here's Fortitudo. He's one of the more infamous creatures of this game. Some people have bought the game just because of Fortitudo's design, and I've said his name wrong right there. It's a bit difficult to say it when you're playing a game at the same time, but he is a great design. He or it or she. After all, it has 3 heads technically. I'm pretty sure the dragon parts, the dragon necks and heads design, they're like completely different. And here he is on the platform. I'm not showing that very well.
Keepers of the darkness were extinguished from the earth.
This is a cool intro, but there's really not much risk to it. So in a sense, it's also a little boring to replay. See, that was kind of hard to hear. I could barely hear them myself. I could change the settings to lower the music. I guess I'll do that, because there will be many instances where it'll be hard to hear the characters. That was a fairly kind of pointless cutscene, but it is interesting to note that the priests or people of this land that I can't remember the name of right now actually turn into the angels. It never really comes up again, but it's something that I really forgot, like, after starting this game, because you just sort of absorb everything as you start for the first time. Or actually, no, you don't. You're trying to absorb everything, but there's too much to absorb, so you only get, like, the most obvious things first. Anyway, some of you may have noticed back there, but one of the problems with the cunt scenes of this game is that some of them are fully animated, some of them not so much. There's also all that other moral stuff or ethical stuff or whatever you want to say that has some, you know, people being like, that's not so good and it's not so bad. But really, the main issue is that also, yeah, Kamiya, he's the one who thought of this game. And good job right there, Enzo, pissing on him.
It looks like Humpty Dumpty's taking his last fall. Even old Eggman the Destroyer gets scrambled in the end, right? You know, I still don't get why the hell you drag me out here for these things. I just drop off the merchandise. Hey, bet you can't guess what today is. Reading the good Lord's book ain't gonna do much. People have been waiting for this asshole to get whacked for ages. Please. Hell, look around. There's no love lost for old Humpty Dumpty. But you gotta keep the outfit happy. We don't take care of him, they take care of us. And I prefer my shoes made out of rubber, not concrete. But hey, it's that kind of town. Without good-hearted souls like us to put these bastards 6 feet under, where'd society be? Of course, the pay's not bad either. Jesus, you really get into this shit, don't you? If it were me, I'd be praying he ends up barbecued. Or at least sunny side up. You can keep praying, but the only way this guy's meeting the Lord is if God's hungry for breakfast. Speaking of hungry, we done here? My kids are baking me a birthday cake tonight. Cute little fuckers, I tell you what. Well then, adios. What the fuck? They're here? For this douchebag? Ah! I hate this damn light. I can't see a thing. Oh! But they're there, ain't they? You hearing me? You can see them, can't you?
I see them. They are instruments of God, descending upon his heavenly rays to earth.
Oh my God!
Dear Lord, grant us guidance, and keep safe the souls of our loved ones for all eternity.
Man, I just gotta mention this right now. Bayonetta's, all the characters' proportions actually in this game are really freaking weird. They're like clamp characters. It's not bad, it is fitting for the game, but when you like compare it to everything else, to actual like traditional proportions, they're really freaking long.
You look tired. Let me tuck you in.
Oh, shit! Forgive me, Hitman! I didn't mean all that Humpty Dumpty shit! I swear!
Next time you want me hands on you, you better make sure I'm dead. Now move out the way.
Whoa, darling!
If it ain't my good buddy Enzo, how about you get out of here? You die, and I'm gonna have to go back in that hole chasing after the money you want.
Do you naughty little angels deserve a good spanking?
Bayonetta!
This is cheeky. Throwing me these cheap toys.
Don't worry about quality. I've got quantity. That was your last call. No more shots from me, Bayonetta.
As long as there's music, I'll keep on dancing.
Okay, we finally started playing. Yeah, I warned you all about the cutscenes and the content, but mostly the cutscenes. Anyway, yeah, I've got pretty much most of the bracelets here. I have the Bangle of Time right now. It's, well, Bracelet of Time. It's called Bangle of Time when it's originally unlocked for some reason, though. I don't think it's that great, to be honest. I'm not going to be equipping it either because it actually replaces the taunt button. And what I really want on right now is, which one is it? Is it this one? Celine's Light. Celine's Light is okay, I suppose. Which one is it? Which one is it? And there's also the Marionette of Time, but no. There's a specific item I wanted equipped. Well, Evil Harvest Rosary right here is actually pretty useful in Nonstop Infinite Climax, so I think I'll be equipping that, even though that's not exactly what I wanted to equip in the first place. I think it's this one? Yeah, it's this one. Star of Dinetta. It actually replenishes your health, which is extremely useful in Nonstop Infinite Climax because you won't be getting health back very often. And you'll be losing it very, very fast. But I think I'll have the Evil Harvest Rosary on. It's kind of cool. And also, it's the negative thing about Evil Harvest Rosary is that it strips you from the ability of activating Witch Time. Nonstop Infinite Climax already does that to your character, so whatever. And I'll be using these weapons. I have the sword and guns right now. There's also the claws right up there that are mostly when I have to face fire enemies, but I can equip some nails. I think I'll give you guys the ability of choosing which weapons I'll be using the next chapter if you want. But for the most part, I'll always be using the sword because the sword I really, really like. Now, let's see if I can adjust the game settings to be not so loud in terms of sound. Yeah, that should be better. Okay, now we can finally start playing the game. So Nonstop Infinite Climax, it strips you from the ability of one of the game's most popular abilities, which is Witch Time, which you'll be activating very, very often when you're playing in normal mode. But Nonstop Infinite Climax, despite the fact that it strips you from doing Witch Time, it's actually very, very fun. It's, in fact, I would argue that it's the way that you're supposed to be to play the game from the very beginning. Because Witch Time makes things way too easy. Incidentally, if you want Witch Time anyway, it's still possible to activate using either bracelets or, well, mostly bracelets. But there's also some specific things that, like the statues that you have to sometimes activate in some parts. There's lots of things that I just don't know the specific name of right now, but they'll come up later. Don't worry. Also, in this chapter, you're supposed to only have the normal handguns, which are very, very weak. I could equip them right now, but I really don't want to. They suck a lot. Here we have the Panther Putt, or whatever it was called. kind of a cool thing, and it's actually something you may want to learn if you want to get better. So I equipped one accessory that generates something every time you dodge at the last second, which I failed at right there. Come on, attack me. Yeah, that thing right there, that's something that one of my accessories is doing right now. Really, really cool. My other accessory allows me to parry stuff, which is pretty much something you always want to have. And if you parry at the last second like I just did there twice in a row, then you'll actually counter with a move. And it's especially cool when you do it with the sword, which is probably one of the main reasons why I like using it so much. These enemies normally don't appear in the tutorial here, but because I'm playing in Nonstop Infinite Climax, we're fighting against them right in the beginning. That's one of the things the harder difficulties does against you. You have to face against pretty powerful enemies right from the start. These enemies in particular are very, very annoying. They hit extremely hard, particularly in Nonstop Infinite Climax, and they attack extremely fast too. Now here's one of the things I did right there. Dodge offset. If you hold an attack button and dodge an enemy attack, you'll be able to continue your combo after you're done dodging.
Hey! I'm not dead yet! You can't take me like this! It's against regulations, I tell you!
Dodge offset is something most players, when they play the game in normal and even hard, let's say, will probably never learn to do because they never really need to, because witch time exists. But in Nonstop Infinite Climax, you don't really get witch time, so you'll want to learn it. And from what I've heard, the sequel makes you do dodge offset much more often.
Ah! Damn it, who did that? I just bought the damn thing!
Haven't you figured it out yet? There's no quarter for you in this world.
So yeah, I warned you all, the cutscenes of this game they're really finicky. It's like one half of the animation team was like, okay, let's animate everything. And the other half was like, we just need to do stills. I don't know if there's an interview that explained why the cutscenes were like this, but it does work for some scenes. Just not like stuff that you would expect normally to be actually fully animated. And that was a mistake I did right there. I should be really saving my magic meter, which is the stuff under my health right now. Here I'm taunting. When you taunt an enemy, they'll attack faster and you can't stun them as you normally would. This is the doggy that I'm gonna call. He likes to shoot fireballs, which are easy to parry, and when they reflected back onto him, that causes quite a bit of damage. When you hold the Y button, or the shoot button, let's say, you'll always be attacking the enemy that is roughly close to you. And the way I'm cheesing this enemy right there shows that you can pretty much cheese quite a few enemies without any sort of difficulty. Right there, the camera switching spots really confused me. You don't want to let the dog bite you. If the dog bites you, that means you're gonna get damaged quite a bit. And more insultingly, they'll do a little dance after they're done.
Radon should be paying me for even touching these toys.
You have any idea how much this is gonna cost to fix? How the fuck do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Engine still purrs nicely. Now, about this little thing you've been looking into for me, Enzo. Let's have a quick chat.
See? This is why I told you I was going home. I just got held up in the air by some invisible things, and you want an intelligence briefing? It never stops with you!
You keep belly aching like that, and you're liable to wake Eggman from the dead. And I don't think either of you would like that.
Ah!
Catch you later, Bayonetta. Something tells me you're gonna need a rush on our special project before the shit hits the fan.
Wait, Rodan. What about Eggman?
Such a popular chap. I bet they hate him down there as much as you did when he was up here. We just need to make sure he won't come crawling back when they kick him out.
Nothing a flower bed can't fix. Fill her up.
You heard the man. Finish up in 5 minutes or you're walking home to your cake and candles.
What? Don't you leave me here!
Yeah, so Enzo is the comic relief. He only appears in the beginning for the most part, though. The only way you can see him again, quote-unquote, is if you get a really bad ranking on one of your missions. And that's just like his voice clip that you hear.
Oh, what a day! I'm screwed! Ah, it's gonna take every cent I earned on this charade to pay for the damage. I tell you what, if I could see them bastards that did this to my car, forget about it.
Enzo, the road. Pay attention.
How can you be so calm? You're still getting screwed in all this too. Of all the low-life scum in too deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers. Dressed like a nun, too. When you end up in the afterlife, that's not going to be pretty.
I can't help it if I like the little outfits. The toys are nice, too.
Hey, 20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, you're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our halo-wearing friends every day or they'll drag your ass back down to hell. I know, I thought I got screwed, but being forced to slap around the divine for a living, that's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice. I see to the funeral. You get me the information I asked for. That was our deal.
Come on now! Look at my poor car! I'm working for free after this! At least let me get a drink at Rodon's before you start grilling me. The info I got is good. It's gonna get you close to finding the other stone in the pair and figuring out some of that lost past of yours. I swear.
This game loves this flashback. We'll be seeing it a lot.
After jewels instead of cash, just like a girl. Jesus, can't you take a joke?
Enzo, someone's given you a present. Too bad. I can't stand bugs.
Huh? What the fuck?
You?
What's the matter, Bayonetta? All that sleeping made you soft.
Okay, the thing we have to do here is very, very simple. Execute 3 torture attacks. From what I've heard, the cutscene for failing this part here is actually fairly funny. But I've never seen it, and I'm not going to be showing it either. Because otherwise these videos will be way too long if I show everything. Anyway, I've accumulated enough bars to do 3 torture attacks immediately, so this is basically an instant perfect, honestly. Although using the torture attacks against these enemies is by far the most annoying thing. It's easy, it's just that it's the longest torture attack, and rotating the control stick, I mean, you think this game could have learned from Mario Party at this point, because needs 2 torture attacks to defeat these enemies. And yeah, we're already finished. So here's an interesting tidbit of Bayonetta. Originally, the game was voiced in English only. It's only later, in later re-releases, that the game added Japanese voice acting. So, yeah, pure platinum. So the actual voices, they're fairly decently natural. But some people prefer the Japanese voices anyway. Yep, that's totally how a jump would look like. Yeah, I warned you. We'll be seeing that flashback very, very often. And we're almost done, by the way. Thankfully. Seriously, the fucking cutscenes are way too long in the beginning.
Those assholes sure know how to get attention. Even perk the ears of the hotheads down home.
You don't say.
It's getting harder and harder to tell the worlds apart. Human world. Inferno. Paradiso. Who can tell the difference?
Even harder with Purgatorio in the middle. Fight long enough in there and you'll really lose sight. Why the sudden interest in metaphysics?
It's a balance, right? Even if some of them like messing around with the humans, we've all got a stake in the status quo. But people keep fucking around like this, the Book of Revelations is gonna look like Mother Goose. Heaven and hell are gonna go straight for each other's throats.
Heaven and hell can tear each other to pieces for all I care. I've got my own problems to worry about.
Something's up. Everything was a bit too bracing, and Enzo's tip makes the timing too perfect. This reeks of a setup. Someone in one of those lost memories calling you out. I got a little present for you. These babies are special. Built from an alloy the devil himself would kill to get his hands on. Don't break these, 'cause they're one of a kind.
Calling me out? I don't go in for strange offers. Then again, I'm getting a little tired of these weaklings they keep throwing at me. Maybe I should aim for something a bit more high class.
Pounding them down tonight, baby. Not to butt into your affairs, but I'm pretty sure you got somewhere better to be. The guys you're up against aren't the type to wait for you to finish a round. Enzo, her drinks are going on your tab, buddy. You deadbeat motherfucker.
Alright, that took long enough. And yeah, I still get a platinum ranking, even though I got a silver on the first verse. But if you want to get pure platinum, you need to get pure platinum on both verses. Verses are basically, yeah, and also it's war, so I won't be updating it. Verses are basically instances where you'll be doing fights against the enemies. Oh, and here's Angel Attack. The most annoying aspect in Bayonetta, if you ask me. Because you'll always be seeing this at the end of a chapter. I just exchanged my points for Halos immediately. I could be getting more points if I actually played the game, but I've played it enough. Really. Angel Attack gets repetitive extremely quickly. Anyway, yeah, that was the first two chapters, because, I mean, they're listed as chapters right here, even though we don't even get to, we only get to chapter 1 after they're done. Next time, Angel Metropolis, which is more action and not as much cutscene, thankfully. I mentioned that I might have been doing pulls for this playthrough. Not really. I'll be playing most of these, I'll be playing this game in advance, unlike most of my other LPs. So this isn't exactly my traditional type of Let's Play. Largely because I'm way too busy in this time of year. I mean, it is the holidays. A few more things. I'm playing Nonstop within Climax, but I'm not going to be like perfecting everything because I haven't even beaten this mode yet. But I will be giving good tips on how to get platinum in every verse and how to find everything if I can remember. And I won't be doing the AF times, except maybe like one to show how it goes, but I won't be doing them because they're extremely frustrating later in the game, even on normal mode. Seriously, if you're trying to beat all the AF times in a chapter and getting a good rank on them, it can take you like a good 10 minutes for each of them. But that's for later. Hope you've all enjoyed this video and hope you have a nice day. Check the playlist below for more. Bye bye.